Nursing is more than just following others. There are a lot of benefits that comes with nursing, or rather with being a nurse, and also its negative and positive side. The thing is, a lot of people do not really understand what it takes to be a nurse. Is it just about the money? Is it just about what you're able to get from nursing? But the thing is, sometimes nursing is exhausting, sometimes it is interesting. But in this video, we're gonna find out if I'm still gonna be a nurse, if I'm gonna change my profession anytime soon, and if I am enjoying nursing. If this is something you want to know more about, don't go anywhere. Let's go right into the video. And you're welcome back to T Space. For the sake of this video, we'll be finding out if nursing is still worth it. I'll be talking about the positives and negative side. So why don't we go into the positive side first? The first thing I'm going to talk about nursing is the fact that nursing gives you a different view of life. You are able to see nursing from a totally different point of view. So let's take, for instance, if you're not a nurse, you might just feel, oh, nurses just go to the hospital and give medication. That is all they do. And sometimes when I hear this, I'm like, are you for real? When you come to work in the hospital, you've been around the hospital to visit relatives, you can take note of the things that nurses do. We see life from a different perspective. We have been able to see life from birth, life to death. Some of us have held hands of people right from when they come into the hospital, they're not feeling too well, and even till they die. We nurse people very well to good health. Sometimes even when they're dying, we still nurse them very well, to the extent that sometimes when people come to the hospital, they take medications, you find that nursing gives hope. Nursing is all about passion. If you don't have passion for nursing, you're not going to do it more than 10 years, I bet you. If you get into nursing just because of the money, which I don't know what you're talking about, you are not going to do nursing for the very long time. So you need to know that you have that passion for nursing. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the fact that nursing has got a lot of career opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities in nursing. Gone are the days where people think nursing is just all about being bedside. Bedside nursing is not even the deal right now. There are a lot of things that you can do as a nurse. A lot of people work from home. There are a lot of specialties that does not even involve you having that one-on-one conversation or interactions with patients. We've got people that are into digital nursing. We've got technical nursing. A lot of things. Even I know of someone that is into digital nursing, and all she does is go to the hospital, check her equipment, make sure everything is working well, and if there's anything that needs programming, she's able to do that. Nursing has evolved. Tech has taken over the world, and also is nursing. Nursing has given us opportunities to progress. There are some persons that are very good at being bedside nurses till they retire. Other persons that are very good at being managers or taking up educational roles. So you see, nursing has given a lot of people that opportunity to be themselves. Let's say I love teaching, at the same time I want to be a nurse. Why don't you think I can be a nurse educator? So if I love teaching and at the same time I want to be a nurse, it's simple. I can be a nurse educator. I can be able to teach people in order to become nurses, to teach people in order to carry out their responsibility effectively. So you see, when I tell you that there's a lot of career opportunity in nursing, not just hospital based, in the community, at home. You can work from home. You can either go to people's home. There are a lot of opportunities in nursing. When I was checking on the internet the other day, just in the UK alone, we've got up to 45 different nursing specialties. I kid you not. And a lot of them, and most of this specialty comes with their own roles, their own responsibilities, and everything. So if you think nursing is just all about giving medication, then you are not up to date. Trust me, you need to keep up to date. Keep in touch with such videos like this in order to make you understand that nursing is just more than being a bedside nurse and also giving medication. See why I would say I love nursing is the fact that no two shifts are the same. Yes, there's no two shifts that are the same. So when you leave your house and you come to work as a nurse, yeah, sometimes you're happy, sometimes you just want to go to work. But be rest assured that the shift of yesterday is definitely not going to be like the shift of today. Sometimes today might be better than yesterday. Sometimes tomorrow might be better than today. Sometimes it might be worse. You don't know what is coming through that door. You don't know what is coming through that door. You don't know what is coming to meet you. So every day you learn. There's an opportunity to learn. You get to meet people. You get to work within an amazing team. Yes, there are a lot of other things that may make people not like nursing or love nurses, which we're going to talk about in the negative part. But we're right here in the positive part, so let us enjoy the moment. Okay, so like I said before, there's no two shifts that are the same thing. We keep learning as nurses every day. Sometimes you go to a 7-day shift or a 5-day shift, and every one of those shifts are totally different. You get to enjoy these things, and at the end of the day, you see that nursing is actually a good career to go. The first thing I want to talk about is the positive side of nursing is do not come into nursing by following people. Don't say, oh, everyone is doing nursing, everyone is not a nurse, or for that reason I must be a nurse. You're going to regret it on the long run. That is not a good reason at all to be a nurse, because when you have a bad shift, you just feel like quitting. So you need to have that thing that makes you think back. And that sometimes myself, I had a very bad shift. When I get home and I'm like, hell no, I'm not going back there, I'm done with nursing. But when I remember the reasons why I decided to be a nurse, the reasons why I made that decision in the first place, I'm like, okay, girl, dust yourself up. Tomorrow we'll go again, and hopefully it's going to be better. So that is one reason why you need to make sure coming into nursing should be what you want, and you're not just following trend. Because some days it's going to be bad, some days patients are going to bully you, even your colleagues at work, even your team that you're working with, they're going to make you feel as if you chose nursing at the wrong time, or you're not meant to be that profession. So what is that thing that you're going to fall back on that's going to make you say, yes, this is why I wanted to be a nurse, and for that reason I am going to keep pushing it. So you need to know, why do you want to be a nurse? Another thing I'm going to talk about is the fact that when you are a nurse, it gives you opportunity to a wide range of information. Hold on. What I mean is, there are a lot of things I never knew. There are a lot of things I would never have known about if I wasn't a nurse. You are able to work with a lot of specialty. As a nurse, we work with occupational health therapy, different specialties of the doctors, different specialties of nurses. Even we work with patients, we work with people that are not even medically inclined. When you are able to see the way people think, you just can't help yourself but say, thank God I'm a nurse. It gives you that opportunity to make informed decisions about yourself, about what you do, about your family, about your career, about your life in general. Having that knowledge of nursing gives you that opportunity to a wide range of information that is going to make your life better. Why don't you take our time to subscribe to my YouTube channel? Give me a thumbs up by liking, comment, share, and let's engage in the comment section. Let me know if you are a nurse, so we can, catch up. And also, if you feel nursing is something you really want to know more about, and if there is something that nurses do that you don't like, put it in the comment section, and we'll be able to talk about it, interact. And this brings me to the second part of this video, which is the negative or the not so good part of nursing. The first thing I'm going to talk about, and I know that a lot of nurses are going to agree with me, is the fact that nursing is exhausting. Oh my goodness. Some days you're just so tired. Some days the work is so overwhelming. And especially if you work in a place where they are very, very short staff. I'm using the word very, very short staff because short staff is like, it has become like a norm. A lot of hospitals are always short staffed. A lot of hospitals, they are always short staffed. So I'm using very, very short staff. Sometimes, let's say, for instance, even when I was working in the ward, I take care of sometimes 9 to 11 patients as a nurse in an acute assessment unit. If you've ever been to an acute assessment unit or worked in an acute assessment unit, you will know that that is not a place to play. We are always on our toes. Things are always going on. We're like intermediate between the A&E in the hospital. So when you don't move patients on time from the AAU or the acute assessment unit into the hospital, the A&E, they don't have that enough space to put patients. So it's a fast-paced environment. Sometimes you see doctors telling patients by 9 a.m., oh, you have been discharged. 9:30, the patient has already packed their bags and they are waiting, forgetting to tell them that, oh, discharge summary has not been done, your medications has not been sent from the pharmacy, a lot of things has not been put into place, and they begin to pounce on you as the nurses. They begin to tell you, oh, doctor said I've been discharged since 9 a.m. It's 3 a.m. You have not discharged me. So the next thing is, as a nurse, you are literally everything. What I mean, you are literally everything. You do your job and also do other people's job and also remind other people to do their job. That is why I said nursing is exhausting. It is so exhausting because sometimes you come to work, you've aligned what you need to do for the day, you've done your part of the thing, but you still need to make sure that, like when I was working in AAU, we don't need to wait for the phlebotomist to come take bloods in the morning. We can take the blood. Sometimes I always short-staffed as well. We also need to come take the bloods ourselves. We need to take patients for a walk. Even if the occupational therapists have done their part, you as a nurse, you also need to mobilize the patients. You also need to bring them out of the bed, make sure they are well taken care of. They are washed. If the patients have been seen by a dietitian, you need to make sure that they take their food. You need to make sure that they don't choke on the food. Support them as much as possible. This is aside the 3 medication runs that you are going to do before the end of your shift. Nursing is exhausting. Even from the way I'm talking, you can see that nursing is exhausting. So if you do not have passion for nursing, trust me, you're not going to do this job for a very long time. You just give up and you'll be tired. So you need to have passion for nursing. So I'm going to talk about that is not something new, is the pay. The thing is, truthfully, the work that nurses do and the pay, you can't put them in the same sentence. I'm going to stop right there. I'm not going to talk more about that. Oh, I know you would say, oh, T-Space, you said there's no money in nursing. The work you do is not in the same. You can't put it together with the pay because it doesn't match. So why are you still doing nursing? That brings me to my last statement I said before. You need to have passion for being nursing. Nursing wasn't a second choice for me, something I really enjoy doing, and I'm here. So am I going to stay in nursing forever? I don't know. But for now, I'm enjoying nursing. It's able to provide for my need at the moment, and it's something that I really, really love. Like I said before, nursing gives you a lot of opportunities. With nursing, you can just decide to wake up one day and say, I'm done with this country, I'm moving somewhere else. And with that license, you can do a lot of things. So don't let anyone tell you that nursing is not worth it. So for me, I've made my decision. It's left for you to make your decision. Lots of people look down on nurses. I don't know if it's specific to some countries. Some persons feel, oh, nurses, they talk too much, they are wicked, they are this. I'm not justifying the fact that we don't have wicked people. We have people that are wicked in all professions. Even in the mall, we have wicked people. So you cannot rule out the fact that there are bad nurses, there are bad health professionals, or there are people that do not have passion for the job, hence they misbehave anyhow. And sometimes the good ones are being robbed into these bad experiences. The good nurses or the good ones are being robbed into this bad people say, oh, nurses are this, they are promiscuous, they are that, just because they found out or they've come across one person. So what happened to the other persons that have been taking care of patients? What happened to the other persons that have been so good doing their job, making sure that patients have been lost to optimal health? But it's so unfortunate that you can't really rule this out. Another thing I'm going to talk about, the not so good aspect of nursing, is the fact that a lot of nurses do not know how to prioritize themselves, how to prioritize their health. So health workers in general, I would say, it's not just about picking shifts every time. It's not just about always, going to work, always taking care of patients. You need to prioritize yourself. And I think a lot of us don't do that enough. We don't do that enough. We don't give ourselves that credit we deserve. When you are off, you are off. When you want to pick shift, you want to pick shifts. So I think sometimes we need to take out that time to take care of ourselves. So when you come back, you're energetic, you're strong, you're able to do the work. The last thing I'm going to talk about is nursing. Sometimes it makes you lose yourself. You need to be self-conscious. You need to be self-aware. You need to prioritize yourself, and you need to know where you're coming from, what you're doing, and where you are heading to. When you have this in mind, you know that your job should not take 100% of your life. You leave work at work and you leave home at home. I know sometimes it is a bit difficult to go to work, have a very hectic day. I have to teach myself that you go to work, you have hectic day, you come home and you begin to sob. I remember when I had a patient. So I was working with 9 patients. 5 of those my patients were inside room. They had different critical conditions. Some of them were bipolar, the math, like it was so terrible. I ended up losing 3 patients in a day. But I was still able to compose myself because I had other junior members of staff that were working with me that had to put through every step of the shift. So sometimes when you think about that, you lose it. And when people don't understand, they feel, oh, you are being wicked, you are being nothing. But it is so difficult and not everyone can handle that pressure. Nothing is more than just talking about, oh, I'm good, I can work under pressure. You need to be able to prioritize yourself, take care of yourself, pause. It is okay to cry. It is okay to pause. This brings me to the end of this video. Are you a nurse? Let's have a chat in the comment section. What do you enjoy being a nurse? If you're not a nurse, are you married to a nurse? Do you have siblings, friends that are nurses? Send them a lovely message today. Send them a shout out. Reach out to them. At this point in time, you still not subscribed to my YouTube channel. I don't know what you're waiting for. On this YouTube channel, we'll talk about everything nursing, lifestyle, healthcare, and I've got a lot of amazing videos on my channel that you can peruse through and check out and give me a thumbs up, leave a comment for me, and turn on your notification bell so you get notified whenever I post any video. Thank you so much for taking our time today to watch this video. You are amazing. You're one of the reasons why I keep doing this. Thank you very much, guys, and do not forget that this space is a safe space for all.